Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I've got a great rack, I've got the blank, I've got tabooed, and possibly other bingos. I have odorate, and hopefully one of those will go. I suspect there'll be a choice of bingos through the right floater as well. I'm back on ISC. I have trialled Woogles and taken into account the comments of people below the videos and private comments and also my own experience. And I think for the moment, ISC is a better platform on which to create these videos. Great, I have odorate in column 9. Jun only takes a K. Should I look for a better one? I don't think so. Odorate takes nothing, so I think this is quite useful. I guess I could score slightly more if I didn't have the blank next to one of the tiles in Jun, but I think that's a small difference. Wow, what a welcome home to ISC. I draw the second blank and an S. Absolutely fantastic. So I have feasted as a 7. Where's the best lane? Row E is a double-double with the O. That doesn't look like it goes particularly well with this rack. And row K also a double-double with a vowel. But the E looks slightly more promising. If it was an A, I would have ratafees. Okay. So this now remains as a double-double row, but with the H. So I have feathers, but that's not a bingo. Is there a 9 with H-E? So it could end head. Could end H-E-R-S. No, I'm not seeing anything. And the C, that doesn't really go well with the F. So right now, I am not seeing any bingo. What to do? F and V don't go well together. I've considered the O. Surely there is a bingo here. I'm going to squiz through the alphabet and try and keep in mind O for sure, but also V and C. Before I do, what about row H? Do I have a play ending U-R-E? No, not that I can see. And there's also N-A, which may have something. Column 10 is a 7-letter lane. Let me just see what I can see. Not sure about facetes. I think it only takes a D. That's feasted. That doesn't go. Yeah, what about lower down? No, that certainly doesn't play. Still not seen anything. Wow, I was so pleased to see this rack. I thought I would have a choice of bingos. But I haven't found any which play. Odorate takes nothing in front. So safeties onto an S or a D. Safetied onto a D. Yeah, I'm seeing bingos through floaters which aren't available. Now, Fiat's featsome. Wow, if that's good, and I think it is, it's a double-double. Not good. Okay, this is where I was up to. With an M. I wonder what I was confusing featsome with. Wow, that looks close. Well, I guess that's the feathers rack. Foveates. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh gosh, bad day at the office. So, this is where I was up to. So, what to do? Should I play feathers? Or something shorter? What about fee for 28, keeping quite a good rack leave? Yeah, I'm going to go with this. I spent far too long on that move. Wow, and I draw a very similar one. Draw the second F and an E. But it is slightly different. Just wondering about crafters. May just be D and G. HE still available as a double-double lane. Now, except now I can play feathers and retain the blank. Interesting. That's going to be a bingo-y score, and that may be better than playing the blank in a bingo. If I had an FES, wow. Does gently take an A. Let me check. No. So let me see what feathers scores. 56 points, retaining the blank, which is worth about 30. So this is like an 80-point play. I am setting up a nice spot for the Z. But I am going with this. And, well, 6 random tiles, so not surprisingly, this is fairly non-bingo-y. I have Pyrrhic. Is that a capital P? And does it play? I lead by about 40 points. So there could be a bingo here. Row O available for bingos ending IC. Not seeing anything there. Great, opponent's taken out that Z spot. Now, floating E and gently. So I could have a play ending ERY. Do I have one? So I'm specifically looking for plays which end ERY. Not seeing anything so far. Prickery, not good. Crimpery, no. No. So, how to sort this rack out? Well, I could play, interesting, I could play Cry, but that takes an S, and there are 3 S's to come. What about a play down through the F? Cry's quite nice, apart from that S spot. However, what it does do is it leaves the E alone, which hugely benefits this rack. But can I stick a C or P on this L? I could play Ricey. Interesting. Probably not much between those plays. I quite like the I being on my rack. I am going with this. Pretty good. I have Uprisen in column 1. I have Penuries in row C. Do I have a play using the C of Havoc? Well, I do. I have punchier and uncipher, but they don't get tripled. So this rack plus a C. Not seeing anything so far. That's the ing ending. That's punchier. Great, punchier remains available. Let me continue with this, because a C bingo would be a good one. What am I thinking of with Cooper in? I don't think Cooper in is good. I think I've played enough phonies in this game. Let me try Cooper in. It's not good. Okay, so what about row A, ending in R? Gosh, surely I have something. 11 minutes on my clock. I'm thinking about IER ending words. Pouncier. No, I would need 2 R's. Well, let me just come back to column 1. I think I've spent enough time. And this might be the best spot anyway, uprisen for 82. Well, a lot of vowels. And I don't think I have a bingo. I do have a 100-point lead, which is great. Just looking at the C in case there's a bingo with that. But I don't think there is one here. 11 minutes on my clock, 16 on opponents. Loft takes an A in front. So how can I get rid of a ton of vowels? I could play Louis in row B, which takes out 2 very useful floaters. Great, opponent turning over tiles. But Louis doesn't score very much. That's its main deficiency. Still 3 S's to come. So where can I score more? I certainly want to play off OU. There's pretty much nothing I want to hang on to. I could play Alogia, but that provides new floaters, leaves E and R alone, and doesn't score massively. So what about Owgly for 9? I quite like this. I don't like the score, but I like turning over tiles. I like disrupting R and E, and I don't think these floaters are massively useful. And I'm also providing scoring opportunities, which may be useful for me to help maintain my lead. So, for example, I have cat at the top of row A. I also have quat or quate or quote in column 4. Wakonda takes an S, so column 13 is certainly a good bingo lane for opponents. Now, supposing opponent goes up here, well, he may be creating a spot for cat in row C. Do I have another Q spot? I do. I have cat and ut. Fantastic. Yeah, opponent does play at the top. 20 points, not very much. Now, the trouble with cat is that it leaves double O. Mind you, no O's to come. Is there anywhere better for cat? And what about any alternative plays? Well, I'm not seeing anything which justifies retaining the Q. So cat for 34. Okay, doesn't look terrible, slightly vowel heavy, but I've got a scoring tile in the B. booty would turn over a lot of tiles. It would be nice to disrupt this bingo lane in column 13, but I'm not seeing a way of doing that. So I'm minded to just keep on scoring. My lead, wow, it's only 64 points. That's not very much. I'll lose the lead if opponent bingos. And the remaining pool quite bingo-y, except for these final 3 tiles, U, V and X. IO takes an N and an S. I have neither. I can't see anywhere to play taboo. How are the remaining vowels? 9 out of 24, so quite vowel light. Opponent's played 55 points. Oh, well, he'd played before I saw that the score difference was only 50. So I have Zobo. Obvious play, I think. Zobo for 45. Now I have T-Knight. Is there anywhere for that? Yes, because column 13. Wow. That would be obstructive if opponent bingos in column 13 onto Wakanda. And he doesn't. Fantastic. I think this is the end of the line for opponent. Good night, Gladys. Bang. And I'm 150 points in the lead. I've got the K and the M for score. And there are only 4 tiles in the bag. Opponent did have one of those non-bingo-y tiles in the V. And still the U and the X to come. And the remaining pool looking distinctly non-bingo-y now. Especially with so few vowels. And opponent plays off just consonants. Now, I'm not a million miles away from a bingo with this rack. And opponent's not going to catch me, even if he bingos. Only 1 tile in the bag. I'm just wondering if I should play off just the K with a view to bingoing, but I'm not going to bingo very often, I don't think. No, I think I'd be better off getting a big score down here with something like Mike's. Or indeed exactly Mike's. Can I make this slightly longer? What about coming down from the R? Or beginning with M, but just using 1 more tile? Well, I could play makes. I think makes is better. Harder for opponent to use the X in column 15. Yeah, I'm going with this. Not great. I draw the I. I've got a huge lead, so this game is mine. I just don't think I'm going to go out with E-double-I. What would such an out look like? And what if I'd played Mike's? I would have A-double-I. I would have Ilya in column 6. Wow, 57 points for opponent, but he still trails by 100. Opponent will probably go out. Is there really no out for me with E-double-I? I don't think there is. In which case, I think Vi might be best. Or Ike. So Ike is 14. Can I do any better than that? No, I don't think so. And there'll be quite a few spots for my I. I had already identified some. BI, I think, was the one which stood out for 8. and opponent goes out. Just trying to remember my ISC protocol. So, and the final score, 381 for my opponent, 479 for me, a winning margin of 98 points, so a huge, huge win. Let's see what I missed. Yep, gosh, how the memory fades. It was my opponent to go first. He had this rack. Played Jun. Now, here are the bingos. I saw Odorate and Tabooed. C9. I played it lower down. Playing it higher up, got 2 extra points, okay. And Batooned I didn't see. Now, opponent's rack plays Havoc, which was a nice play. Oh, wow. Wow. Fiatius. I thought about that and rejected it. I think I was thinking of Fiat US, but missed Fiatius. Gosh, how annoying. Where does that play? E4. Double for 90 points. Rats. Okay, well, I missed that and played Fee. Opponent plays Gently for 50 points. Big score. Now, this is Crafters is good for 89, and what I did was pass up a bingo to get 56 points and retain the blank, which is worth 25 to 30, so I think those plays are a wash. Opponent plays Ward. Phew, no missed bingo here. What do? I play Cry for 32. That's a bit off the pace. A8. Pyric and Coughed. Very nice. 48 points. Didn't consider that. Opponent's rack plays Regal. He does spot that lane. Now, I started to spend a while on this play and then went with Uprisen. And as you can see, column 1 bingos score the most. And Unrepair was a bingo in row A. Were there any in row O? Not that are listed. Opponent's rack plays Wakanda, nice word. And now I have a 100-point lead. And I play Oogly for 9. There were more points on offer, keeping 3 vowels. Yeah, some of these may have been better, but tile turnover was quite handy, and I was setting up non-bingo-y hotspots, which I think were a benefit to me. Opponent's rack plays Hoy. Now I play Cat for 34. That looks fine. And wow, opponent plays Zine. So this is another big non-bingo-y score. This is how he managed to stay so close. So he got 50 odd for Zine. He got 50 odd for Gently. Yeah. Okay, now my rack, and I play Zobo for 45, re-establishing a 100-point lead. Opponent plays Vid, and now I have T-Knight for 62, and that absolutely secured the win. Opponent plays Burl, and this is where I was thinking about makes and mikes. Possibly went for the wrong choice there. Opponent plays Sex for 57, another 50-point non-bingo-y play. And finally, there is no out for me, but K7, TIE, Dev and Rhea. That would have been 15 points, instead I get 14. And opponent goes out with Gumps. So, what a game, what a welcome back to ISC with both of the blanks on early moves and a romping win of about 100 points. So, great to be back. I hope you enjoyed watching this game. Many thanks to my opponent for a good battle, and I will see you next time.